the new wave of professional wrestling, Capital Wrestling.
Yo, Harry, you gonna pay me? I know you will. Capital Wrestling, that's where we at. Harry got this venue, because why? Because the land Frank White is Brooklyn. This is Brooklyn, New York. Mike Law, tú eres el futuro de la lucha libre. You're doing good. Your first contender shot for a great belt that Capital Wrestling doing. Well, I'm taking your belt. I'm taking your life. I don't care about you no more. I don't care about nobody. I know that Harry's giving me the big money. I'm gonna take my money. I'm doing my job. So Mike Law, you're going down. You're never gonna see a future in pro wrestling ever again. That's why? Because I am your Notorious 1-7 Homicide. Yo soy el futuro. No, el llegó right now because I am the man and you're not. So Mike Law, you're going down. Because why? Because I said so.
Warning for all you cisgendered, uneducated males here.
Yes, Steven.
Fans not pleased with Portia.
I am Portia Vaughn, the hashtag Femivist. That's feminist activist. Show them, Ben. We don't have all day, Benjamin. Thank you.
Wow, the crowd.
Fans.
You guys are already fat enough. I don't think you need any more sandwiches.
Wow, Portia Vaughn making some valid points.
Well,
Not
maybe they're
only
hungry.
am I the feminist, but I am also the... Really?
Give him another microphone. Give him another microphone. It's not my fault. Give him a microphone. Vega, give her the microphone, you idiot. And get a tie. Find your tie. Put on a tie, Vega.
Oh, the shrill sound.
I am the head of human resources for Capital Wrestling, which means I am the most qualified with my scientifically proven smarter woman brain
Smarter woman.
Smarter.
to teach you
That's scientifically correct.
about some terms of feminism. First one thing.
These people not taking to this
The first term.
history lesson.
Big Bad Wolf refers to any man who works hard to destroy what a woman has built. A hop, a handmaiden of patriarchy. This refers to any woman who uses excessive makeup or high heels or laughs at men's jokes.
Isn't she wearing makeup?
I see that there have been a lot of hops here at Skankfest.
I knew there were skanks. I didn't know there were hops.
Remixing. When a man says something that a woman has already said, only slightly different. And our last term, please, Ben. Anytime this century. Thank you.
That's what you get when you hire a man to do
traitor.
it.
Any woman who dares to entertain a man. Oh, I'm not finished.
Oh, don't worry. She's not entertaining anybody here.
That's not
Besides
true.
some terms, I would like to introduce some microaggressions that maybe some of you are not familiar with. Thank you, Ben, for doing something finally correct. Opening the door for a woman. Why would you open the door for a woman? Why? Because our frail, weak woman arms can't do it ourselves. Oh. Stand Standing at the urinal is also a microaggression because no one should ever stand up and celebrate your penis. Ever.
Yeah, Steven.
I love my penis.
Well, you're the only one.
It's the longest relationship I've ever had.
Oh, when a male waiter tells me what I'd like to order, the fact that I asked for the specials are irrelevant. Stop stealing our voice!
She's making some valid points.
No,
What are you talking about? Sit
no,
down.
There are so many more of these, trust me. Ordering pickles with any meal is a microaggression.
Ordering pickles?
Knowing or not knowing how to iron clothes is a microaggression. Oh, to ask a woman when she's pregnant.
Ladies and gentlemen, your next match is scheduled for one fall. And is a fatal four-way match.
Vega, what are you
Amazing.
doing,
Chris
you idiot?
Chris Vega.
You ruined this history lesson, Vega. You jerk.
Introducing
Oh, you
first,
said history. I thought it was her story.
When no one's watching and you want to give up, but you push for one more. Legends are made in the gym, at practice, and on the street. They're made in your dreams. Dream big. Train for the future. Train to be legendary.
This week's edition of Capital Wrestling Television is brought to you by the home of the Capital Wrestling Podcast, the El Toro Podcast Network. Whether it's Capital Wrestling, the world of professional wrestling, or the world of informational technology, El Toro's Podcast has you covered. Follow them on Twitter at El Toro's Podcast, or subscribe right now on Google Podcast, SoundCloud, TuneIn Radio, Stitcher Radio, Podbay FM, or on Apple Podcast.
Are you in need of a lawyer who will fight for you? Well, EDA Law will go off the top rope for you and your needs. Pro wrestling veteran Eric Anderson has brought his no-nonsense approach from the ring to the courtroom. The New England Pro Wrestling Hall of Famer and his team focuses on business law, criminal defense, and representing members of the pro wrestling industry. For more information, head on over to edalaw.com. That's edalaw.com. EDA Law, for those in the law who wrestled, know how to wrestle the law.
Tony, are you there?
Absolute chaos here at
How are you
Skankfest.
enjoying this, my
next,
friend?
The
from the
crowd
House of the
is
Rising
in a
Suns,
ruckus.
the crown jewel of professional wrestling, Jimmy Rave.
Of course, this championship scramble, this is for the #1 contendership of the Capital Wrestling Sapphire Television Championship. Jimmy Rave, the leader of the
finally,
Rising Suns,
From
being
San
introduced
Juan,
here.
Puerto Rico, El Hidro de Padre.
El Hijo de Padre.
Wow. A newcomer here to Capital. Certainly, I did not see him before, but
You know, he looks kind of familiar, Harry. Where did you get him from?
well, Zach Amico is the one in charge of that.
I've
The
just been
talent-
informed that this match is to be contested under Lucha Libre rules.
And Lucha Libre rules. That's the doing of Zach Amico. Tony, I'm sorry. Look at that. I mean, this is kind of embarrassing. I have a celebrity like Tony Hinchcliffe here, and I apologize. This is a hell of a show. It's a hell of an event. You're one of the many comedians, many entertainers, many celebrities here, and a wrestling fan. How are you enjoying this tonight?
I'm having the time of my life. I can't believe where you get the chance to mix comedy and wrestling live at Skankfest, New York City.
We are
Happy to be
underway
part
here.
of it.
Let's see if this match will help you convince Joe Rogan to start watching professional wrestling again. He's the last holdout, man.
He really is. We'll get him one day.
Locking up
look at
here.
that.
Look at the strength of Gibke.
And a lot of the body strength of Stephen Gibke. Not so much brain power in Stephen Gibke as he turned down an opportunity to join Team Entertainment and be on my side
Why would he?
to advance his career. Look at this. Why would he?
Definitely not advance his paycheck, that's for sure, you miser.
You know, stop using words from the 1800s. But right now, somebody who's having a difficult time here, El Hijo de Padre, the Lucha newcomer here at Capital Wrestling.
Clearly still nursing that knee injury suffered from coming into the ring.
Yeah.
Little
yeah.
trip up could already be costing him some momentum here in this match.
Tony, I wonder if it's more the psychological impact of that. I mean, you're embarrassing yourself here at the
Tag made
Skankfest.
to Jimmy Rave.
And the smart move.
Of course, Rave looking to keep the momentum up after his win for you, Harry, in the first battle of the Capitol.
Well, listen, I mean, Rave, it wasn't cheap. Rave taking a break on the outside.
Oh, and here comes Eric Martin.
And these
Deep arm drag there.
And these are lucha rules, so once two opponents are out of the ring, anyone can enter at any point. And Eric Martin
stepping up to the challenge here. What would this mean for Hot Boys International if Eric Martin picks up a win here and ascends to #1 contendership status for the Sapphire Television Championship? Oh, back elbow into the corner.
And the Legion is the Skanks at Skankfest living up to their name.
There's no one named Richard in this match.
Well, some chops from Eric Martin, but that massive chest of Stephen Gipke.
The Jersey muscle jock not feeling it. Tell him, give it to me again. He's saying harder, harder.
This guy loves taking chops.
Oh, wow. And that's that Jersey demeanor, as long as he's not from Philly, according to these Skank fans. Ooh, wow. Oh, no. Well,
tossing him into the corner.
I don't know that Eric Martin thought it was a you go and then I go situation.
Now he's paying for it. Normally, Eric Martin is the bigger man.
Oh! An eye gouge. My favorite move in all of pro wrestling.
Down, cover, one count only. He didn't firmly have those shoulders down. Referee in firm position. Deep arm drag again. Going back to that shoulder. Look at the torque by the muscle jock.
That strength of Stephen Gipke. But again, Eric Martin, he's been around a little bit here. He's no longer a rookie, and smart move. See, you can see that mentality, the smartness going on to the outside.
Oh, and Jimmy Rave from behind using that lucha rules that you were talking about. Oh, right to the head.
And this is important to everybody, the Sapphire Television Championship. Ooh, there's a chop for you. Gets you free admission into Sapphire's Gentlemen's Club. In addition to being a prestigious championship. One of the better championships in all of professional wrestling.
And Jimmy Rave again into the corner.
And suddenly Stephen Gipke finding himself in a lot of trouble.
Quick tag. Jimmy Rave smartly, one of the smartest professional wrestlers in the history of the business. And you gotta wonder who's gonna come away with this. Oh, Gipke, firm chop.
Tony, if you had to pick, who would you think out of the 4 competitors here? Let's be honest, 3. Elijo de Padre doesn't really look like he's doing much.
But he does look extremely familiar. I can't.
He's wearing a Capital Wrestling T-shirt, just because you don't remember things.
There's something about that. There's something, all these guys, great physiques, great technique. There's something about that luchador that I always like to root. I always like to root for the underdog.
Look at the disrespect, digging his fingers into the roof of Gipke's mouth, and another tag made. Referee having trouble keeping this under control.
Eric Martin and Jimmy Rave forming an impromptu tandem here, but it is Gipke firing right back.
Gipke perhaps trying to rely on his athleticism. It opened the door for this opportunity, but can he live up to his potential? This is a huge opportunity.
Of course it's a huge opportunity. Any championship in Capital Wrestling is a big opportunity. And now Jimmy Rave going to the top here. And the Skanks again, living up to their name.
Chanting for the ultimate finishing move.
That is true.
And Gipke battling back.
I've never kicked out of one of those, for sure. Oh no, Eric Martin.
Oh! Unlikely tandem offense there. Jimmy Rave got caught.
Gipke.
Smart counter by Gipke.
Big neck breaker.
And the fans calling for Del Padre. And here he comes.
Hey.
Flying knee. Chop. And another.
And
ducks underneath. Jimmy Rave went for it. Drops him down.
With a sling blade.
This could be it. One count only.
Eric Martin.
Spinning toe hold. Drops him down with a bridge. Locking in that submission. This could be it. This could be it. Willie Tap.
This is unbelievable.
Willie Tap here. Del Padre has it locked in. Oh, but Gipke saving the matchup for himself.
Well, every man for himself. And
lowering the strap.
There you go.
German suplex with the release. Look at the power. Ducking underneath, going for another one. German suplex again. And Gipke is on fire. Spinning back fist.
And another one.
Oh, German suplex with the bridge. Cover 2. 2 count only.
Eric Martin kicking out.
Close.
3 German suplex.
The strength of Gibke.
But Jimmy Rave, again, smart, waiting in the corner, waiting his opportunity.
Oh!
A discus forearm.
Catching a, dragon screw takedown, locking that leg in. Single leg crab, it looks like from here. Oh, and Eric Martin with a super kick.
And now one for Elijo de Padre.
No,
but he
countered.
misses it.
Spinning back elbow, getting him up. Wait a minute. This looks.
Wait, what the hell is
I
that?
knew it was
What the hell?
No!
Are you kidding me?
Huge.
1, 2, 3. Could it be?
Unbelievable.
And your
Could it be?
winner,
I
as
knew
a
it.
result of a pinfall from
I
San
don't think
Juan,
it's-
Puerto Rico, Elijo de Padre.
There was something about that guy.
Wait a minute. I know that music anywhere. It's it.
He can't get his
What?
mask off.
What?
It's
No, no.
Anthony Gangone.
What the hell?
It's Anthony Gangone. You banned him from ringside.
You're not, get him out of here. Get that son of a bitch. Get it. Sorry. Whoa.
I've never seen anything this unprofessional in my life.
Anthony Gangone unhinged, and he won. That means he has the Sapphire Television Championship #1 contendership.
This is exactly what I have been talking about, Harry. You were trying to throw the biggest curveball in my career by putting me against Homicide for my #1 contendership. A guy who has earned every single opportunity, has not been given a thing, has earned everything. Now you're gonna throw the biggest curveball of my career. See, the name legend, the word legend gets bastardized. It gets thrown out there a lot, but there is, in fact, a legend in the Notorious 187. Homicide, I've known you since I was 15 years old, and we had wrestled in some broken down church in Brooklyn. Out to the doghouse, the legendary doghouse, and then you took over the world. And I'm here, I'm still trying to make a name for myself. Making my name for myself by being the top guy in Capital Wrestling, where there's talent upon talent that are constantly getting screwed over. Now, Harry, you want to screw me over tonight by putting me against the Notorious 187. Homicide, with all due respect, love, and admiration that I have for you and what you've done, you will have to live up to your name. Because the only way I lose my #1 contendership tonight is if you kill me.
Mr. Entertainment, the owner of Capital Wrestling, Harry Turjanian here. And people ask me all the time, how do you do it week after week? How do you carry the dead weight of someone like Stephen James at the broadcast table? Well, I tell you, it's not easy. Sometimes I feel the aches. I feel it in my muscles and my joints. Well, you know what I do? I use Infinite CBD, because Infinite CBD offers the cleanest, healthiest, and purest form of CBD available. Use promo code CAP15 for a 15% discount on any purchase. That's right, 15. That is the mental age of Stephen James, so don't you forget it. It's easy. CAP15. Hey, I didn't know you were standing there.
Carrying me.
You know, I mean, it's...
At least I know Chuck Payne's name.
Infinite CBD.
It's time for the fabulous finish of the week, sponsored by To Be the Man.
Precariously went for the top rope. Frankensteiner couldn't get it. Double stop, driving it down. Right to the chest. Covers in the middle of the ring. 1, 2, 3. And deranged Notorious here.
That was the fabulous finish, sponsored by To Be the Man. Available on Amazon.com.
And the fans getting behind the Colossal Mike Law, the only 2-time singles champion, 2-time Sapphire Television champion, the Colossal Mike Law, the #1 contender for the Capital Wrestling Championship. Putting it all on the line here. Forced to by you, Harry.
Well, you know what? He forced himself to do it.
How
is what
did he force himself? He earned this #1 contender title shot almost 2 years ago.
What he did was earn an ass kicking by not listening to me, the owner of Capital Wrestling. That's what he did. That's what he earned. a couple boots to the ribs. And you know what? After having people put their hands on me, enough is enough. I'm not going to put up with this crap.
What?
Just so you know.
Your self-made
Your breath.
crap.
That's what I don't want to put up with.
Self-made
Your
crap.
breath.
And his opponent, weighing in at 420 pounds.
Now this is what I'm talking about.
From Brooklyn, New York, he is Homicide 187.
And here he is.
Here he is.
The Notorious 187.
The Notorious 187, a Brooklyn legend, finally here in the capital.
And here we go, finally. For the Colossal Mike Law, going to get what he deserves here tonight. And maybe this will be a message to everybody else to listen, that the promoter is always right. And Homicide getting these people amped up. Here we go. And Homicide making his Capital Wrestling debut. It wasn't
his Capital Wrestling debut, but this is a former Ring of Honor World Champion, a former TNA X Division Champion and Tag Team Champion, a certified New York legend in the ring, making his debut here.
no doubt about it.
Side headlock takeover, but craftily countered into a pinning predicament, but Mike Law wisely rolling, but still holding on, firm grip. Homicide looking to make a statement early. Strong Irish whip. Up and over goes Law. Arm drag. And again. And again. Mike Law taking him down. And Mike Law showing that he's the gatekeeper here in the Capitol and the #1 contender for the Capital Wrestling Championship. Oh. Referee Nick Shin having to warn Homicide not to grab the hair, but again, back to it.
And the Homicide not known to play by the rules, but that's why I brought him in here.
Homicide known to make his own rules. I don't think anybody's going to argue it. Arm drag, but countered.
The only rule Homicide has is you better get him his paycheck on time. And by paycheck, I mean cash.
Still waiting to be paid.
Well, you're not Homicide, so you're not getting paid.
And again, back to the hair was Homicide. Gaining control, but countered again. Homicide saying that Mike Law pulled his hair.
Well, Mike Law is not a trustworthy human being. He doesn't honor his word, so I wouldn't be surprised if he did try to pull his hair. He's not that bright either, so maybe he went for hair that didn't exist.
Oh, right to the eye. Homicide.
Some people say that Mike Law is you know, pound for pound, the toughest human being. But as far as I'm concerned, he's also the dumbest. Mike Law.
You know, with your personal issues, to
I'm gonna
the
get a closer look
outside
here.
goes Mike Law. His back slamming against that hard part of the ring on that beam. Where are you going, Harry? A closer look at what? Harry Turjanian abandoning his post here, standing in my way. Move out of the way! Referee for the count of 3. Oh, dropping him on the guardrail. Nick Shin trying to make sure that he gets it back in the ring. Oh. Chops into the Skankfest crowd. They're enjoying it. Oh, open hand palm strike to the solar plexus. Oh, and driving his head into that support beam, that steel beam. And Harry Turjanian, did you get close enough, Harry? Oh, and dropping
And he deserves it. That's what he deserves. Good on him. Good on him.
Dropping that guardrail on top of Mike Law.
And the Colossal Mike Law. Nick Shin should do his job. Do a count out here. Come on.
Has to keep it in the ring.
I'll talk to Nick Shin about that later.
Battling back is Mike Law here. He earned this Capital Wrestling #1 contendership 2 years ago and was denied opportunity after opportunity by you, Harry.
I provided nothing but opportunities. I gave him an opportunity to join Team Entertainment, and he didn't do it.
Why would he?
Why would he? For a successful career, that's why. Because the owner is always right.
Oh, speaking of right, it was Homicide's right hand chopping Mike Law, but Mike Law does not want to be denied. Look at the toughness of Law. Both of these men, no stranger to each other, training at the doghouse. Oh! What a suplex, what an impact by Homicide. Locking eyes with Harry. Harry getting a closer look. What did that mean? Tossing him again to the outside. And what is Harry doing? What is Harry doing now? Choking Mike Law. What is Harry doing? You just get back over here.
I'm doing my job. I'm doing two things at once, which is more than you can do.
You don't even do one right, you bum.
I was just getting a closer look.
Fans asking to fight the ref. But Mike Law assaulted on the outside by Harry Turjanian.
I'm just getting a closer look.
How depraved are you?
Depraved? I'm the reason this all exists tonight, Steven. Mike Law and everyone else should thank me.
Oh, driving that back, which has been thrown about this entire place, onto his knee. Homicide again. Oh, driving it down. Harry Turjanian's hired gun. Oh, and to the outside. And again, Harry on the outside, choking him. Choking Mike Law. Mike Law fighting him off. And again, Harry on the outside, despicable.
You got a napkin or something? My hands are kind of greasy.
Your hands are greasy?
Yeah,
I
greasy.
bet. Right from all those wings. Harry Turjanian getting involved in this matchup. Homicide doesn't need that to win this matchup. Mike Law, the deck is stacked against him. Suplex, and again holding on to twisting those hips. Going for the hat trick here, but blocked. Inside cradle, cover, one, two. Mike Law almost cementing his #1 contendership here. Irish whip into the corner. Mike Law fighting back from the middle rope. Drop kick. Homicide in trouble. Cover. 1, 2. 2 count only as Harry Turjanian at ringside. Looking distraught. And Harry Turjanian trying to settle down the fans here at Skankfest. Mike Law fighting back. DVE. Locking it in. Yelling 187. Locking in that crab, that high Boston crab. Stepping over, and there's the full extension. Look at the torque on the back. Homicide spending most of the match working on Mike Law's back just to set this up. Now locking in the leg, transitioning to another submission here. Hard to see from this vantage point. Trying to lock in underneath the chin. The fans calling for a maneuver. I don't know anything about that. Referee Nick Shin. Oh, and in the corner. Look at Harry Turjanian in the corner. still taking advantage. This is 2-on-1. This is ludicrous. Oh, chops to the chest. Going up top. Homicide raking the back. Homicide not a fan of fans calling for an unorthodox maneuver, giving Mike Law the opportunity to counter. Forearm. Ducks underneath. Springboard moonsault, just catching him. Cover, this could be at 1, 2. 2 count only. Says official Nick Shin. Oh, and here's Harry Turjanian trying to throw a shot, and Harry gets clocked at ringside. Goes to get him up. He's got him up. It's going to be a cop killer. Cover 1, 2, 3. You can count to 1,000.
Here's your winner from Brooklyn, New York. He is Homicide.
The distraction by Harry Turjanian allowing Homicide to take the advantage there and hit that cop killer. Harry Turjanian said that if Homicide won, he would become the #1 contender. Oh, and look at the embrace in the ring. The fix is in. Mike Law got screwed, but you're now looking at the #1 contender for the Capital Wrestling Championship.
At #1, I will become champion. Whoever want to fight me, you better pray. You're fighting bitch, drink a lot of milk, because I'm fucking you up.
Strong words from Homicide. And Homicide coming away. Harry Turjanian limping back. Speaking of having that thing removed, Harry, how can you justify what you did there? Distracting Mike Law.
I was attacked.
That whole match you were involved in.
The second time tonight I was attacked. Ridiculous.
Either way, Homicide, the Notorious 187, is now the Capital Wrestling #1 contender after Mike Law got screwed with his pants on.
That's right, Matt McIntosh. That's right. Don't forget it. Remember this. The promoter always wins.
It's the regrettable moment of the week, presented by Wrestling with Regret.
And Colby Carino making
Wait a minute, Terrain's looking to fly over the top. Nails Carino, and the crowd explodes here at Skankfest.
That was your regrettable moment of the week. Subscribe to Wrestling with Regret now at youtube.com/wrestlingwithregret.
God damn, kid. I called you 2 weeks ago. You remember that, right? You remember what I told you? I told you that you gotta prove yourself to these guys. You can't just step in based off your last name, and you know it. You know it because I've been telling you.
Low, what's going on here?
Dude, straight goober alert, bro.
I'm trying to build a super group.
He's all right.
You know what I'm trying to do.
Dude, and the boys just got picked up too, man. We were at the Gucci store, tried to shoplift it. Not gonna lie, we had some me on us too. I got away, but the rest of them are locked up, and all we got is this goober left.
These kids are screwing up. This guy's screwing up. I can't have it, man.
Let me tell you something. I understand. We're on the same page. We're trying to build the same thing. I vouched for him. I still vouch for this kid. And hey, it's not gonna happen again, is it, Colby?
Right.
Better not. No.